Now, Oliver Murphy, good morning.
Good morning, Damien. How are you?
Good, thanks, good. A topic, Oliver, which gets people really, really irate. You are Oliver Murphy Insurance Brokers, based on Gladstone House and the Quay. Story on the front page of the Irish Independent today. Profits at insurance companies have jumped by a staggering 1,300% for covering homes, businesses and motorists in the past 10 years. 1,300%. How do you explain it, Oliver?
It's a startling headline, there's no doubt about that. And I suppose what we need to do is maybe, I read the article this morning, and when you dig down into it, you see a little bit more of the detail. I suppose it's coming on the back of a particularly bad year in 2016, where profits were only 16 million shared amongst, we have to assume, the same market at 17 insurers. And 2016's market would be an unsustainable model. Now, having said that, I suppose the ultimate question here is, are people paying too much for motor insurance? And motor insurance probably is the biggest topic of all. And I'd have to say yes, that we still haven't arrived at the premium. The market needs a correct premium to operate. And we're still above what we should be. And the only way that I ultimately believe that we're going to achieve a stability in the marketplace is by creating the environment where international insurers of strong capacity can enter Ireland and offer choice to customers. And it's choice, that's what's required at the moment.
You're at the coalface there, Oliver. You have been working in this business for so many years, and people have these old wives' tales about insurance, and it's very easy to throw out this thing that insurance companies are ripping people off. And yet, when you hear and look at some of those figures, I know, as you say, when you dig down into that article, and I did it myself, the figures change and vary somewhat. But is this image of insurance companies, inverted commas, ripping off customers, real or not real?
I don't know about the terminology of ripping off, but I think if you and I were sitting across from each other today and you were running a business, or you were a haulage contractor for argument's sake, and if I sat down in front of you and I said to you, listen, for the next 3 years, I can guarantee you stability in your pricing, the vast majority of customers in business or people at home would probably sign up for that if the rate was reasonable. The problem with our business is there's a pendulum swing in our game the whole time, where you have very good years, very poor years, and as a result, there's a fluctuation in pricing. And that's why people get annoyed, and I don't disagree with them, we have to pay insurance ourselves. The problem with the Irish market is ultimately that we're very small compared to our neighbours across the water. There's probably more insurance business written in the Greater Manchester area today than there will be in the country of Ireland.
Yes.
And we have to be mindful of that. That's a big problem for us. But the second problem is, if you're going to make this an attractive place to do business to international insurers who, on the European basis, have the ability to come to Ireland and open an office and trade, you must have an environment that they can make a reasonable profit in. And if they make a reasonable profit, pricing will stabilise. It's as simple as that.
There are two sides to the story. Deputy Business Editor at Newstalk, Gavin McLaughlin, this is what he had to say. Oliver, have a listen to this.
It's legitimate to say, well, why shouldn't these profits be given back a bit? Insurance companies, should cut premiums and help customers out. The other side of the coin, I suppose, is maybe actually we want insurers to be making good profits, to be financially robust companies, because as we've seen here, when insurers go bust, we don't want something like that to happen again.
No, you don't want that to happen again, obviously, Oliver. Texter saying insurance companies are constantly scaremongering in the media about the compensation culture in Ireland, but in reality some insurance companies are making profits that they shouldn't be making. Is it a business that you're still very happy to be working in? You're obviously there a long while. You do a really, really good job. And do you have to deal with people with these questions all the time?
Oh, you do. I mean, when I started out in 1996, I had a lovely head of black hair. That has changed to...
You still have a head of hair, though. You're okay.
I am lucky I still have hair. I accept that. But no, it's a good business to be in. And part of our role, Damien, at the end of the day, is to try and explain people through the tough seas sometimes and the smoother waters other days, and that's just the way it goes. But I think what we have to be kind of mindful of, in the end of the day, we've had some serious collapses of insurance companies in this country, and most recently in October of last year, a Danish company, Kudos, went into bankruptcy. They had about 55,000 customers in this country. We can't let that continue to happen. We must have a stable market. And I accept when you read the headline of Charlie Weston's today, it makes for a 9 reading for somebody who's got their invoice in today for their private car insurance. And I accept fully that we have a way to go yet to get prices to a level that people will be reasonably happy. Nobody's happy with writing a cheque for insurance. It's as simple as that. But we need to get the environment right to attract quality players who can make a profit and then get the pricing correct, and no more of these pendulum swings.
Oliver Murphy from Oliver Murphy Insurance Brokers, thank you for joining us this morning. I really appreciate it. Some of your texts and comments. Mary rang to say her daughter had a son when she was 18, and the local priest at the time told her she was a foolish mother to allow the daughter to go to college and rear her child. She told the priest she thought she was being a good mother, and that's what mothers do. It was also around the time that Bishop Casey acknowledged his son. So Mary, who was really annoyed, said to the priest, "We certainly won't wait 21 years to acknowledge the child," and turned on her heels and left the priest standing there.